Today's game on KFJB-TV is sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, Adland Engraving and Screen Print Company, Assured Partners, Brown's Shoe Fit, Central State Bank, your Marshalltown Dairy Queens, Eye Care Associates, Hy-Vee Marshalltown, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, Marshalltown School District, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Sandvik Enterprises, Scooters, Marshalltown, Sports Plus, State Farm, Tyler Pashong Agency, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors, Members First Community Credit Union, Van Wyck Wood Builders.
Welcome into Grinnell, Iowa, as Marshalltown travels south to try to get their 10th win of the year against the Grinnell Tigers. You're listening to the home of the Cats here on KFJB.
Heitman up court to Bowie. Bowie loses the basketball. Layup counted. It's good. Wow. Hildebrand left wide open and boom, knocks that one down. She goes inside. Wow, what a scoop and score by Amira Johnson. And here comes the Bobcats. Oh, Billy Heitman up top to Georgia Jansen, up off the glass, and good. It's the bump in the bucket.
Welcome back into Grinnell, Iowa, as the Marshalltown girls Bobcats look to up their record to 10-5 here tonight, while the Grinnell Tigers look to grab their 5th win in a year and their 4th in a row against the Marshalltown Bobcats. Cats come down here. It's the same squad for your Bobcats. Last year in this matchup at the Roundhouse, Cats really struggled inside. They turned the ball over 30 times in this matchup, and that's really where it all starts for this matchup. Grinnell likes to turn you over. They've got a little bit of that outside, inside game. The one leads them in scoring is Hope Dana. Hope Dana, the left-handed point guard that Coach Brian Murphy will talk a little bit more about. She adds a little sizzle from the outside, but you look inside, there's some interior size led by Aiden Gosling. She had 22 in this matchup year. That's really what head coach Trent Edson in his 18th year is going to rely on, while the Cats need to limit those turnovers and look to own the glass. When we come back, we'll have a Cat Connection followed by a talk with the head man, Brian Murphy, as we continually to count down to tip-off here in Grinnell, Iowa.
Scooter's Coffee is going bananas, literally. Treat yourself to banana bread hot or iced lattes, creamy latte blenders, and fresh banana bread muffins. Need something refreshing? Sip a berry spritz soda, light, bubbly, and perfect any time of day. Craving cozy? Try salted caramel waffle lattes, hot or iced, or a smooth sea salt caramelicious as a latte, cold brew, or blender. And don't forget the French toasty sandwich, warm, sweet, and satisfying. Plus, Cinnalicious drinks are here for a limited time. Scooter's Coffee, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by Lennox Employees Credit Union, LennoxECU.com, Marshalltown Area Chamber, meetinmarshalltown.com, Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction, and the Marshalltown School District. Embrace the lead. The Cat Connection, powered by State Farm and TownProud.com.
It is our Cat Connection, and we're here with senior Nick Wise for the Marshalltown Bobcat Boys Wrestling Program, wrestling at 144 this year, and of course made it to state tournament last year in your junior season. You finished in 7th place. That feeling last year for you, what was that like to go through that experience, get yourself on the podium, and see other wrestlers like Xavier Anderson go to the championship match and finish second, and see Bobcat Wrestling have that success?
Last year was a pretty great experience to go to state and see all the success that we've gotten. And then I'm hoping to be able to see it again this year with our new team this year.
Yeah. Of course, so far this year, it's been a great season for you. You're ranked in the top 10 in the 144 weight class, and you've had a lot of success already. You were athlete of the week, and of course, that was because of your performance down in Bettendorf. You knocked off number 10 and number 12 to take away that first place finish. What led to such a good effort that day?
The fueling correctly definitely helped. Not eating a lot of junk food, but also believing in myself and having a strong team to back me up. Those were tough matches. I mean, they went the full 6 minutes, and it was a struggle to get there and get the takedowns. And so just looking back in my corner and seeing everybody cheering me on, and then seeing that I can do it and knowing I can do it, that definitely helped.
Yeah. How much do you think it's kind of helped? I know you used to play football, you used to play baseball a little bit, but you've kind of stepped away from that to solely focus on the wrestling side of things. How much do you feel like maybe those extra time in the mat and everything has really paid off for you?
It's definitely helped out a lot. During my last match on Urbandale, against Urbandale at Bettendorf, it was a 1-1 match with 30 seconds left, and he got into a shot, and I just flipped him over onto his back. And I don't think I would have been able to do that if I hadn't been putting in the time during the freestyle season and during the off season.
Yeah. How grueling is it on your body in season when you're going through all these matches, and sometimes you're wrestling 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a day, like the Allie Morrison duels? You were quite active.
It is really tough. Sundays after Saturday tournaments, I lay on the couch and I don't do much of all because I'm just so sore. But definitely cutting weight and wrestling 6 times a week is definitely tough on your body.
Yeah. Of course, Olivia Wise, your sister, she was our female athlete of the week. She had a great Allie Morrison duels, a couple of big pins, one including to help solidify the girls taking home their second win in the Allie Morrison duels in as many years. What's it like to see her success and the girls' success overall in their program?
It's amazing to see it. I like coaching. I like cheering on wrestling, and so when I have time off of my matches, I would go into the Allie Morrison, and I was able to watch her match, and I'm pretty sure I was one of the loudest people in there. I was on the mat wrestling with her. It's great to see everybody from Marshalltown have success in the sport of wrestling.
Conference right around the corner, and then qualifying for state. I know that's the goal, again, obviously, is to get back there on that podium. What's it going to take for Nick Wise to get on that podium again?
It's going to take a lot of wrestling, not just going live, but focusing on my technique, taking it slow at the beginning of practice and going through my shots, going through my top work, going through my bottom work. It's really focusing in on 2 or 3 moves and then getting really, really good at them and using them over and over again, so that making sure that nobody can stop those moves.
Hard to believe it's your senior season already?
Yes, it's crazy. It's gone by too quick.
Yeah. All right. So last question for you. Coach Cross and then Coach Cox, the girls coach, but I know he crosses over and helps out the guys every now and again. How good of an opportunity is that, or how much do you kind of lean on both of those coaches to kind of help you progress your game out there on the mat?
With Coach Cross, I mean, he knows a lot about wrestling. He knows a lot of different moves and a lot of different situations. And so if I have any questions about during my matches or even while I'm practicing, I'll just go up to him. I'll ask him, what should I do better here? What can I do? And he usually has an answer, almost always has an answer on what I can do. And then since Coach Zay is fresh out of college, I mean, I'll get reps in with him, wrestle matches with him, and he's a lot bigger than me, so it's really tough. But both of them have a lot of knowledge that helps me progress through the season.
Best of luck rest of the year.
Thank you.
All right, that is Nick Wise with our Cat Connection. All brought to you by Tyler Prashong, State Farm, mtownproud.com.
From the 2018 tornado to the 2020 derecho, Marshalltown has faced adversity, but our community has become stronger and M-Town proud. At Tyler Pashong State Farm Agency in Marshalltown, we have options for home, auto, life, and business. Our goal is to give you choices that impact in a positive way. As we have found out firsthand, life is never predictable, but you should always be prepared. Head to mtownproud.com to see how we can best fit your needs. We'd love to talk to you about what makes you M-Town proud.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Welcome into the pregame coaches interview with Coach Brian Murphy. Coach, a great win, a gutsy win up in Mason City, as you've had 6 days to think back, work with the team, both kind of see what you did well, things you needed to work on. What has this last 6 days in between this Mason City and Grinnell game really meant for you?
I think the biggest thing for us is, we feel like Mason City, we finally got some of our intensity back, our physicality back. So that's really been what we've been doing the last week of practice, is trying to get after each other in practice to try to get ourselves to that point consistently. And that's both ends of the floor, where not only attack each other defensively, but trying to get some physicality back on offense, attacking the rim, getting back to the free throw line, the things we were doing before break that had a lot of success for us.
And when you look at that, it's 9-5, sitting in a really good position. Tonight you have an opportunity for double-digit wins. This would be a huge milestone for your Bobcat team. But you see Grinnell. Grinnell's been a team, these games have been close, they've been scrappy, and they really have a little bit more size than maybe other teams have. They kind of match up a little bit better inside. What is it about Grinnell that you're looking at here tonight?
The number one thing when you're facing a team like Grinnell, you kind of have to put records aside, where they play in the WAMAC. It's a very challenging conference. And certainly they're a team the last couple of years that have given us problems. They've got some outside shooting, they've got some size. So, the number one thing for us is we've got to attack them, take away the things that they want to do, where they've got some shooters, but we've got length to kind of get into their face a little bit, kind of like we did against Roosevelt. So, as long as we follow our scout and do the game plan that we've put in place, we're going to be fine. But again, it's that attention to detail, weird night, weird timing, so making sure that we're ready to go.
And you mentioned that Roosevelt game, and that was a game I really thought defensively, with physicality, you matched Roosevelt. Didn't shoot the basketball real well that night. Against Grinnell in this game last year, you shot the ball really well from three, struggled at inside the line. Offensively, what do you think is the key for the Cats to get their 10th win tonight?
The biggest thing for us initially is going to be attacking pressure on the perimeter. We've got size on the perimeter that they can't match up with, where they start two girls that about 5'3", 5'2". So attacking them, drawing some of that size away from the rim and looking to dump off. That's something we've been working with in practice. And then the other thing is, talking to Frankie, they've got height, but she's got the strength. And we really want to see a power game from her tonight, where getting to the rim on balance and going up strong and not spinning away from contact, going through it and making sure she finishes either way.
And when you look at the outside, that one of the 5'3" guards is Hope Dana. And then you look on the inside, they have Kankel. They also have Gosling, who gave a lot of trouble, 22 points in this last game. What is it about Hope Dana's game that you really look to shut down and being able to put a little bit more size defensively on the perimeter?
Yeah, the biggest thing with Dana is that she's, as a lefty, she's very shifty. You got to constantly remember, as you're closing out, she's going the opposite way you think. The other thing with her, that she's really good at shooting a little bit unorthodox shots, where we sent her to the line last year a lot because she's got kind of a hitch in her floater, and we kept going for the highlight block and sending her to the free throw line too many times. So talked a lot about being disciplined. We're just forcing her to shoot over hands. We've got length to really make that tough. So make sure we're disciplined on there. The other thing about her, she's really good about, she'll get in the paint, kick the ball back out for a drive. So we got to make sure we contain her without needing help, so we can stay home and everybody else.
Well, good night, or good luck tonight, Coach. Bobcats looking for their 10th win on the road against the Grinnell Tigers. When we come back, we will have your starting lineups.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
Welcome back in as we inch closer to tip-off here. It is time for the Sandvik Enterprises starting lineup. Let Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineup. The Grinnell girls basketball team sits at 4-10 with a 3-4 record at home. Their starting point guard, number 2 sophomore, Hope Dana. She averages just over 10 points a game, 1.5 assists, and two rebounds. Number 5, the junior, Ella Seeney, joins her in the backcourt. Ella averages 6.2 points per game, an assist a game, along with shooting 67% from the line. And number 10, Isabel Kankel. That's a name you will hear a lot about tonight. Number 10, she's a senior, shooting just under 40% from the field. She does have almost 40 offensive rebounds as she averages 4 points a game and 9 rebounds per game. But then number 22, the girl that gave all the issues last year, Aiden Gosseling. She had 22 and 9 in last year's contest, but the senior has started all 13 games. She can hit a little bit from the outside, shooting 30% from the three-point line, but she really does all her damage against the glass. She has 9 points a game to go along with 7 rebounds. As we flip it to your 9-5 Marshalltown Bobcats, led by junior point guard Amara Johnson. Amara Johnson has started all 13 games this year. She's shooting 30% from the field. She is averaging just under 8 points to go with almost a steal a game. Number 11, Kinsley Bowie, the senior, had 2 big threes in the first quarter in that big win up in Mason City. Otherwise, she shot the ball, has been a little bit up and down this year. But as she looks at that, looking to bounce back. Millie Heitman, number 20, had a double-double last time. She's averaging, leading the team in scoring. Number 23, Georgia Jansen, has done a little bit of everything. And then you have the woman in the middle, the junior 6'2" center, had a 14-rebound game against Mason City. She is averaging 9 points a game, 10 boards, and almost 4 blocks per game. When we come back, we will be ready for tip-off here in Grinnell.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
The following is a presentation of Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV.
Welcome back into Grinnell. Again, apologize tonight, not allowed to videotape the game, so you get to listen to our smooth stylings. I want to shout out Zach Tomish, our on-site producer, Jeff Brooks, back at the studios. I am Dylan Doze, and now it's time for our Keys to the Game. Today's Keys to the Game sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. For your Marshalltown Bobcats, I think the key is you've got to get 10-plus second chance points. We've struggled some with being efficient with that first bucket, just grabbing it off the glass. And then for the Tigers, turn them over at least 20 times. Last time they turned over the Bobcats 30 times. Now it's time for the Star Spangled Banner. We're going to listen in. All righty, it's ready to get this game going. And just to finish our thoughts from the keys to the game, really where Grinnell was able to win that game last year, it was because they turned over the Bobcats 30 times. Cats have struggled. They average in over 23 turnovers a game. But if the Cats can clean it up, hang on to the basketball, I like the Cats' chances of win number 10 on the road. We talked with Coach Brian Murphy in the pregame interview. That is a rare air for these Bobcats over the last 15 years. Your Marshalltown Bobcats are in their traveling red jerseys while Grinnell is in their home whites. Marshalltown will be going from the left to right in your radio dial while Grinnell going right to left. Everyone's getting set up. And this is one of those matchups where Aiden Gosselink is a taller young lady. She's 6'1", or she's 6'1" as well. Frankie's got a little bit more size, but Grinnell's got it right away. Hope Dana goes into the lane, up off the glass, no good. And here comes Kinsley Bowie and the Cats. She goes up to Millie Heitman, ill-advised pass, and a turnover right away. No reason to throw that. Cats as it goes inside, tipped away. Gosling was looking inside to Avicini, but it was tipped away by Millie Heitman. It will be inbounded underneath the basket. Hope Dana will inbounds. She's looking in. The left-hander throws it out to Gosling. Gosling closely guarded, and Bowie's able to tip it away, and they're going to say it's over and back. They said Grinnell tipped it into the back court. Grinnell does not agree. Marshalltown is going to take the basketball anyways. Georgia Jansen inbounding to Amara Johnson. Amara Johnson closely guarded by Elisini. High pick from Frankie, and it's knocked away. Another turnover as Hope Dana brings it the other side. The left-hander guarded by Bowie. Bowie can't stop the drive, gets a piece of it. They're going to call a foul. Bowie trailed her a little bit on the play, could not get in front of her, and Hope Dana is going to go to the line on the year. On the year, Hope Dana is 51.5%. She is 17 of 33. Now make that 18 of 34. She makes the first. Cats already at 2 turnovers tonight. Dana, and they're going to say she's over the line. It's going to be a line. It's going to be a free throw lane violation as Grinnell extends this pressure. Full press. This will be. As Millie Heitman inbounds it to Mara Johnson. And Mara Johnson caught in the corner. It's going to be a jump ball, and it is going to stay with the Cats. Cats have struggled with a press here this year. At points, they've done a little bit better, but still is a bit of a struggle so far early on. 2 turnovers. Millie Heitman now inbounds it to Kinsley Bowie, and that's going to be tipped away from Hope Dana, who then throws it out of bounds. And it's going to go back to the Bobcats. She is in disbelief. And they are going to talk about it, and it is going to stay with the Tigers. It's actually going to go back to the Tigers. And Coach Brian Murphy is not, he told the ref, it's the right call. It is Tiger basketball. Hope Dana gets a high pick, kicks it out to Gosling, back to Cini, who flips it over, and here, dribble drive, left-handed layup, no good, but fouled by Frankie Long, and that will take the sophomore Cini, Ava Cini, to the line on the year so far. She's 7 of 12, shooting 58%. They lived at the line in Marshalltown last year, and so far, this is a game part due. It has been turnovers and free throws. The first one's up and good. And again, no Morgan Hildebrand here tonight. Second one is up. Front iron, but rolls in. And Georgia Jansen gets it. Now they break the press. Amara Johnson now pulls it back out. Cats look to run some offense. Number 3 is taken. She gets it knocked away by Elisini, but she retrieves it back, gets it to Heitman. Heitman gets the pick from Long, back to Long, and it's knocked away. It will stay with the Cats. It'll be inbound underneath the hoop. Kinsley Bowie will fire it in for the Cats. And a great cut by Georgia Jansen, but blocked by Isabel Kenkel. And here comes Dana, left side, dribble drive. It's going to be a blocking foul on Kinsley Bowie, and it'll be 2 shots and 2 fouls on Kinsley Bowie so far. Cats look like they're going to have to maybe go to the bench. No look quite yet. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is a first. That might be the first foul on Kinsley, as she misses the first free throw. Second one is up, and it is good. We're going to get a substitute. Kendall Brummel will come into the game. That is 2 fouls on Kinsley Bowie. Kendall Brummel is into the matchup as Grinnell continues to press. Amara Johnson gets it to Brummel. They've broken the press and almost traveled, but no call. And now Millie Heitman's got it on the right wing. Looking for the pick. Now takes it from Long on the right side. Looks to drop it down, and it's going to be almost turned over, and Amara Johnson able to track it down. She will be fouled. That's Ava Cini. That will be her first foul, as the Cats will inbound it right in front of the Grinnell bench. 6:05 left to go in this contest. It's 4-0 Tigers. Entry pass into Long, knocked away, and will stay with the Cats. Cats only 1 shot attempt so far, and that was blocked. Just 2 minutes into this matchup. Kendall Brummel looking, gets it over to Amara Johnson, far side corner. Amara dribble drive now, pulls up her dribble, kicks to Jansen, who looks inside to Long, and it's going to be, they are going to call a defensive foul. Almost thought they were going to get Frankie, who forearm shoved, but that is going to go on Elisini. 2 for the name, 1 for the player, and it'll again be inbounds underneath. Brummel gets it to Heitman in the corner, now up to Amara Johnson. Brummel now gets to the far corner 3 for Millie. No, she dribble drives, gets into the lane, kicks to the corner to Brummel. Back to Heitman inside. Heitman gets a little 10-foot jumper, no good as it's blocked by Gosselink. And they're going to call a travel. Good defense by Amara Johnson. Cats have struggled to find anything in the offensive set, but they've been pretty good defensively. 4-0 Grinnell, just 2.5 minutes into this game. Heitman now inbounds it to Jansen, right back to Heitman. They've done a nice job with this press after an early struggle. Brummel in the corner, bounce pass to Heitman, top of the key. Now Jansen replaces her at the top of the key. Dribble drive, handoff to Amara Johnson. Over to Heitman, three-point line, looking inside, now looks to the perimeter. She now takes the dribble, gets a pick from Frankie. Heitman on the block, looks, dribble drive, drop, it's going to be a double dribble. There is not a lot of flow here on Monday night in Grinnell, Iowa. 5:05 as Hope Dana takes the pass from Gosling. Now she comes over the midcourt line. Handoff to Gosling. Gosling looks inbounds to Kenkel. Kenkel out to Cini for three. She's going to walk. Cats getting another chance to break the ice in scoring. And they're going to end up inbounding it right in front of Coach Murphy, right by the Bobcats sideline, as Heitman is going to pass out to Amara Johnson. Amara Johnson avoids the trap, and now she'll get it across the timeline. High pick from Long. Amara Johnson gets it to the corner to Heitman. Doesn't take the three, but dribble drive up off the glass. It's partially blocked and ripped away. Grinnell looking to run, but they throw it out of bounds. Elisini thought she saw Hope Dana streaking open, but put a little too much mustard on that, and it'll be a turnover. Grinnell started to get sloppy a little bit here. After the strong start, Grinnell matches the Tigers' fourth turnover. Now the Cats have 5 as Grinnell then turns it right back over. Millie Heitman on the left side. She's guarded by Gosling. She's starting the offense now, looks at Kendall Brummel in the corner, who bounce passes it, gets it knocked away, and now she steals it right on back. The game has devolved a little bit into a sloppy mess. Free throw jumper, no good by Amara Johnson, and it should be a travel on Grinnell, and it is. From underneath the hoop.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown. With their extensive inventory, you're sure to make a winning selection when you shop McGregor's for your bedroom, living room, and dining room furnishings. McGregor's has the right play for every room in your home. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is proud to be your locally owned and operated furniture store since 1896 and very proud to support Bobcat Athletics again this season. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
I'm Drake Grisman, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
It's been a sloppy first quarter here in Grinnell. Grinnell Tigers up 4-0, all 4 points at the line. They will have the second half of a 2-shot foul as the second one is up. Back iron no good, but rebounded by Gosling, and they will keep the basketball. Hope Dana gets it into the corner. Now back to Gosling, who looks inside the Kegel, knocked away by Georgia Jansen. She had a good seal, but the pass didn't have enough fire on it. Cats defensively, as we've said, not really allowed much offensively. They've really struggled. Had 3 shots blocked and nothing to fall yet. And it's a 5-second call. Great defense by the Cats, all starting with Millie Heitman guarding the inbounds pass. Grinnell continues with that press. Georgia Jansen able to rip it away, and now they've got numbers as Kendall Brummel brings it across. She'll pull it back out. Now drops it off. They get it over to Georgia Jansen. And inside, Frankie looks, and it's blocked away by Kankel. And here comes the Tigers. Ella Cini brings it across. She crosses up Amara Johnson, but Amara gets back in front of her. That pesky 5'3" guarding just right inside. And they're going to call an offensive foul. Cini went to hook her, and because there was nothing she could do to get around Amara Johnson. Great defense from the junior point guard. Georgia Jansen able to get the basketball. She's guarded by Laney Elo. And then Georgia throws it away, and there's a travel. Oh, my goodness. This is anything you can turn over, we can turn over better. As the 7th turnover for the Cats, 8th turnover for the Tigers. As the Cats get the basketball back again. Being able to dodge the bullet on that one, Kendall Brummel breaks the press, and she now brings it across the timeline. Hope Dana falls down. Cats have numbers. Georgia Jansen left-handed drive. Drops down to Frankie Long, who lays it up and good. Best looking play all night. Great play by the senior Georgia Jansen to drop it off to Frankie Long. Cats down 2. It's 4-2. Gosling guarded by Millie Heitman. Gosling looking inside. Kankel no dice as Millie Heitman sends it back. Cats have the basketball. Millie guarded by Gosling. Now she gets over Georgia Jansen. Top now to Kendall Brummel in the corner. Heitman goes to the post. Now drops it down to Frankie Long. It goes up off the glass. Back iron no good. Rebounded Grinnell, and here comes the Tigers. As Gosling guarded by Millie. Now she crosses over. Gets in the free throw line. 10-foot jumper. Good. That was a quick play, really good play there by Gosling. Cats get it over the timeline. As Cini knocks it away from Georgia Jansen, this will give us time, a little bit of a switch as Georgia Jansen, Amara Johnson will come out as Kinsley Bowie comes back in along with Kira Halstead. And for Grinnell, Tariah Carter will come into the ball game for Laney Eltel. Bowie's get the top of the key. She's guarded by Carter. Now Heitman looks inside, still guarded. As Brummel gets into Frankie Long, who's fouled, and she's going to be fouled by Isabel Kinkel. It'll be inbounded by Kira Halstead right underneath the basket. She looks still guarded. Got to get rid of this basketball. It's a 5-second call. Cats turn it over yet again. 6-2, 90 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Cats have really struggled in the half-court offense. As Gosling dribble drives, gets it to Dana in the corner. Oh, she tries the floater. Millie Heitman says, I'll swat that away. Great block by Millie Heitman. Brummel guarding Dana one-on-one. Now Dana kicks it out to the corner. Dribble drive penetration. No good by Ava Cini, and the Bobcats able to grab the basketball down 6-2. 1 minute left to go here in the first quarter as the Cats try to get something going on the offensive end. Bowie, dribble drive, bounce passes to Brummel. Halstead now gets it to the top of the key to Millie Heitman. Heitman looks inside, still looking. Now gets it to Frankie. Frankie left-handed up off the glass, and she is fouled, and that will be 2 shots as Kankles fouls yet again. Cats don't get 2 on the board, but they do get an important Grinnell Tiger player with their second foul on the night. Frankie on the year. Misses that first free throw. Frankie on the year so far is shooting from the free throw line 46%. She's 31 of 67, now of 68. Millie Heitman will take a breather for the last 45-second. Kira Halstead out of the game as Mallory Myron and Amara Johnson and Kinsley Bowie come back in the ballgame. So for the Cats, it's Myron, Bowie, Amara Johnson, Georgia Jansen, and Frankie Long shooting the second free throw. Second one is up, back iron, no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Grinnell. And here comes the Tigers trying to extend this lead. 35 seconds left to go, about a 9-second differential between the shot clock. And that's turned over as the Cats have a chance to cut into the lead, and that's got to be a foul, but no call. Amara Johnson's got it. 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Amara Johnson, dribble drives, fall away, jumper, no good. Rebound is going to Gosling, and here comes the Tigers. 12 seconds left to go. Bounce pass up to Dana. Dana looking three-point line, looking for a dribble drive. No, gets a handoff. Now it goes to Carter. Carter dribble drive into the lane, gets it knocked away. She gets it back and then knocked away, and that will do it for a very sloppy first quarter. Cats find themselves down 6-2 at the end of one here in Grinnell.
We do more than just t-shirts and hoodies. Check with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print for awards, lasered items, embroidery, and of course, imprinted apparel. 307 Riverside right here in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com.
Welcome back to Grinnell. At the start of the second quarter, Bobcats find themselves down 6-2. And now it's time for the regional scoreboard update brought to you by Central State Bank. Thanks, Brooksy, for all the scores back there. These are all girls score. DCG 51, Ankeny 39, Baxter 56, BCLUW 16, and it is 6-2 right here in Grinnell. And that is your regional scoreboard update. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you. Locations in Ames State Center and West Des Moines. Tigers have the basketball. Gosling's going to throw it into Dana. Dana in that far corner, guarded by Myron, and now Amara Johnson picks her up. She dribbles to the top of the key, knocked away from Bowie, but Gosling's able to retrieve it. Gets in the corner to Cena, fires the pass down, and the bucket by Ivy Kellogg. The freshman gets a bucket and the foul, and it's going to be a foul on number 10, Mallory Myron. It is not going well for the Cats right now, as the Tigers do play on a very talented Walmart conference, but at 4-10, you still think the Cats should be able to handle business here on the road. So far, have really struggled to get anything going. 8-2 Tigers. Heitman gets to the corner to Amara Johnson. A little yo-yo action on the top. Mallory drops it into Heitman. Heitman reverse spins, gets it to Jansen. Back to Heitman. Now a corner three from Amara Johnson. Great ball movement. Couldn't get the bucket, but Bowie's able to retrieve it, get it into Heitman. Heitman up off the rim, no good. Two great looks at the hoop for the Cats. Couldn't get anything to go. Now coming Gosling. Right-hand dribble, picks it up, now gets it over to the corner. Hope Dana's got it. The three hits the side of the backboard. Nothing going. Great defensive closeout by Bowie. The senior Heitman bringing it across, dribbles across the Tigers' head, now gets to Jansen free throw line. They swing the pass to Bowie in the corner, gets it underneath to Jansen, drops it off to Heitman. Heitman back iron, no good. Man, this last couple possessions, great looks for the Cats, nothing going. Tigers sprint down the other way, ends with an 18-foot jump shot from Dana, but no good. Georgia makes sure that that's a one-and-done trip, and now the Cats have the basketball. Millie walking it up the court as Frankie Long gets off the bench, getting ready to check back into this ballgame. Bowie gets inside to Jansen, knocked away by Gosling. And now Bowie steals it right on back. Gets into Jansen. Jansen shoots it. They're going to call a foul on Grinnell. Or are they going to call a... Yeah, they are going to call it. Georgia Jansen will be shooting 2. Jansen on the year, shooting 63% from the line, 19 of 30 so far. First one is up, and it is no good. It hasn't come with buckets, but in the second quarter, the offense, a lot better looks. Just nothing has fallen so far. Second opportunity for Jansen is up, and it's going to be short and no good. Frankie Long's able to tip it, but it's going to go to Grinnell. Elisini brings it up, brings it across the near side timeline. Amara Johnson will pick her up. It'd be high pick, but nothing doing. Dana gets it in the corner, right back to Dana. Extended elbow. Edel gets it in, fires it into Gosling, who gives it, swings it over to Avicini for the bucket. Ten to 2 Tigers. Cats have got to figure out a way to score here. This zone has the Cats all forms of struggling. Amara Johnson bounce off. Now she gets it to Bowie, top of the key. Heitman looks at a 3, says no. Picks it up, right back to Bowie, who looks inside. Frankie Long up off the glass, no good, but she's going to get a shoot 2. Great job by Frankie Long off the ball, getting great position underneath the hoop. Good look from Bowie. See if the Cats can get something from the line, where they've been 0 of 4 so far here today. Yeah, you look over, 4 of the 10 for the Tigers have come from the line. Now the Cats are 0 of 5 from the line. You always wonder, a little bit of a long layoff, 6 days in between games, but also that Monday game is a bit of a weird one. Normally that's a practice night, but that one's up and good. Cats down 10 to 3. Gosling looks, gets trapped topside, able to get over to Cini, but stolen away by Georgia Jansen. Amara Johnson sprinting down, gets it knocked away. It'll remain Bobcats basketball. Kinsley Bowie will inbounds the ball underneath the hoop. For the Cats, it's Millie Heitman, Georgia Jansen, Amara Johnson, and Frankie Long. Long gets the basketball. She's going to be fouled on the way up. And it's going to be on number 5, Elisini. That'll be her second foul. And 2 shots as she's going to quickly come to the bench, as it looks like number 42 for Grinnell Tigers, Ivy Kellogg, the freshman, will come back in. Frankie makes the first. Frankie's already shot 5 free throws here so far. She has all 4 of the Bobcat points so far. Second one is up, going to be off the right side of the iron. Georgia Jansen picking it up full court, making her work. She's knocking it away. Cats steal it yet again. The length of the Cats have really caused issue. Millie Heitman gets a corner. Amara Johnson, who now dribbles at the top of the key. Kinsley looks at 3, no. Now gets inside to Long, who kicks out to Bowie for 3. Back iron, no good. A great look, just could not fall. Hope Dana brings it this way for the Tigers, from right to left. And now Ivy Kellogg struggles to handle it, but corrals it. And they are going to, she's stepped out of bounds, I believe. No, it's going to be a timeout by Grinnell. We'll take it with him. Cats down 10-4, 4:28 left to go in the half.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com AssuredPartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
My name is Gavin Mishek, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
Welcome back into Grinnell as the Cats find themselves down 10-4, 4:28 left to go here in the first half. Almost a 5-second count on the Tigers, but they're able to get it in. Dana gets it over to Gosselin. Gosselin looks inside. Amara Johnson is able to pick up Dana with the basketball. Cats now in a zone, the 2-3 zone. Dribble drive, no good, as Laney Edel, the sophomore, tried to get it up over Frankie Long, but the Cats able to get the rebound, and here come the Cats. 4 minutes left to go here in the first half. Gets it back to Heitman. Heitman kicks in the corner to Bowie. This zone by the Tigers is really kind of caused the Bobcats just to really struggle as Amara Johnson throws it away. Turnover number 10 in the first half for the Cats. As the foul is going to be on Kendall Brummel, who just checked into the ball game, and that is going to put Laney Edel back at the line where she was 0 for 2 in that first quarter. She makes the first one to extend the lead to 7. I honestly have not seen the Cats struggle this much on the offensive end. Second one's up and good as well. Cats find themselves down 8. You really like some of the half-court sets they've had here in the second quarter. They have just really struggled to get it in to make the basket. They've had good looks, just nothing falling so far. Again, this 2-3 zone. Bowie gets it into Heitman. Free throw line extended back out to Brummel. Now Bowie gets it top of the key, swings it to the right side to Amara Johnson. Reverse spins dribble, gets in the lane. She's going to be fouled, and she'll get 2 at the line, and the foul is going to be on Avicini. Amara Johnson got around her, and she tried to block her from behind and caught quite a bit of body contact. Amara Johnson on the year, shooting from the line, 53%. This is her 50th shot, and she airballs that one. These are the ones that you just got to shake it off. Everybody's had a shot they like to have back. That's one of them. This one is up. Front iron, no good. Rebounded by Gosling. Here come the Tigers. Pick up the dribble, gets it to the free throw line to Kellogg. Kellogg gets it in the corner to Eltel. Eltel travels a little bit of a crow hop before she shoots it. And it'll go back to the Bobcats. As many turnovers as the Cats have, the Tigers have matched it. It really has come to what have we done at the free throw line. Tigers had a couple more opportunities, but shot it much better from the free throw line than the Cats have. Cats have it. Mara Johnson gets it to Kinsley Bowie. Nice little handoff inside to Frankie Long, who is fouled. Frankie Long will go back to the line, where she will have her 7th and 8th free throw attempt. And you can tell Tigers definitely crashing with 2 there. They don't quite have the size and strength to match Frankie, but they've got a lot of fouls to try to deal with her as Frankie makes the first. If Frankie can start making those free throws, it's going to put Grinnell in quite the bind. Carter comes in as Avicini sits down. It's 12-5, 2:51 left to go here in the first half. Second one is up, back iron, bounce off the left side, and Eltel gets a rebound up to Carter. Here comes the Tigers. Swing pass over to Dana. Dana miraculously saves it, gets it back to Gosling, who's trapped by 2 Cats. And now Kellogg bounce pass down to the corner to Carter, but Millie Heitman knocks it out. Millie with her second block. Great recovery by number 20. The senior used the long arm of the law and knocked that one against the pad underneath the basketball hoop. Dana's going to fire this one in for the Tigers. Gets it to Gosling, who hands it back to Dana, but guess who took it instead? Millie Heitman, really making some plays, the senior. Amara Johnson pulls it back out, and she gets it just taken away by Gosling. But it's going to be a jump ball, and it should stay with the with the Bobcats. Kinsley Bowie's going to inbound it near the timeline. As Amara Johnson is surveying the 2-3 press. 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. Millie Heitman now has it. Gets it to Kinsley Bowie, gives it right back to Heitman, who's blocked by Gosling, and here come the Tigers. Eltel sprints, one-man fast break, up off the glass, no good, and we're going to get a timeout. Cats down 12-5, 2:03 left to go here in the first half, and you're listening on KFJB.
Brown's Shoe Fit has a great selection of athletic footwear, including Hoka, Brooks, On Cloud, Birkenstock, and Taos. Brown's Shoe Fit can find the right shoe for every occasion for both men and women, including dress shoes, casual shoes, work boots, and more. They carry multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert-friendly staff will take the time to give you the service you deserve. Brown's Shoe Fit, downtown Marshalltown, with you every step of the way.
Welcome back in as Grinnell holds a 7-point lead. This has not been a game you would throw into the Basketball Hall of Fame. It's been a pretty sloppy affair, most scoring coming from the line, but the Tigers have done better, up 12-5. Second quarter's been much better for the Cats. Just have not had shots fall. Grinnell has 5 blocks on the night so far, been able to do that pretty effectively. For the Cats, it's going to be Amara Johnson, Kinsley Bowie, Frankie Long, Millie Heitman, and Georgia Jansen. For Grinnell, it is Carter, Dana, Kellogg, Gosling, and Eltel. Gets inside, Millie Heitman, up off the glass, no good, but she is going to be fouled and go to the line. If you're saying people have lived at the line, you are correct. This will be the 13th to 14th free throw for the Cats so far. The problem is they're 3 of 12. Now 3 of 13. This game really is about the line. As you look at Grinnell, they are 6 of 9 from the line. And that's going to miss as they're 3 of 14. Frankie Long up off. She just went right over Carter, who's just too small. As Frankie Long gets it, she's got her 7th point of the ball game, and in the same way, the Bobcats have their 7th point of the ball game, and it's going to be a travel on Eltel. This is really, if you're looking over on the Grinnell sideline, Trent Edson is struggling with the turnovers. Actually, the Cats have done a much better job. They had 8 in that first quarter. They only have 3 here in the second quarter as Frankie Long comes out of the ball game. This is where they're asking her if she's okay. She's going to take a breather, but Kendall Brummel will come in for Frankie. Heitman gets it inside to Jansen's going to be knocked away and stay with the Cats. And Kinsley Bowie inbound for the Cats is a little bit of a different lineup for the Cats. More of 4 guard, 1 forward. Heitman looks inside to Amara Johnson. Up off the glass, short, no good. Rebound Gosling, and the Tigers are looking to run. Gosling up the right side. She dribbles, now kicks it back out to Carter, who swings it to Elta, who gets Hope Dana for a 3, but blocked by Millie Heitman. Millie's got 3. Oh, my goodness, they're going to call a foul on Kinsley Bowie. That seems to be an interesting call, and it's going to be a side out, and I believe that is Kinsley Bowie's 3rd foul. Coach Brian Murphy, who was trailing that play, did not like the call, but that does not affect the official scorer's book. Dana gets it in now as Amara Johnson and Kira Halstead extend the defense. And now it gets inside to Kellogg. Kellogg, and she's going to be fouled by Millie Heitman. She got really loose with her handle. It is the 3rd foul on Kinsley Bowie. She got really loose with the handle, and the Cats got in trouble and then got another foul there in that 2-3 zone, and it's one of those that they stack it a little bit differently, and it's going to be a foul on Amara Johnson, and that'll be 5 fouls on the Cats. Tigers also have 5 fouls, so you guessed it, free throws for the rest of this half. As the Cats have mixed up into a zone, so has Grinnell. Neither team has really figured it out. It's all come down to who shot the free throws better. Gosling puts it up and in. She's got her 3rd point of the game. As you look here, 10 free throws, 12, there's 13 free throws so far by the Tigers. And they've made 7 of them. And they missed the second as Frankie Long tracks down the rebound and gets it over to Heitman. Cats have numbers as Heitman sprints across. Now she's going to pull it back. 45 seconds left to go, 13-7 Tigers. She pulls back the dribble, gets it over to Halstead. Halstead the corner of Amara Johnson. Looks into Long, but decides to go to Brummel. Back to Amara Johnson, wide open 3. That's going to be short, no good. Millie Heitman gets the offensive rebound and gets it to Brummel. Kira Halstead now is dribbling it out. There's 25 seconds, 5 seconds left to go. And now a 3 from Heitman up off the back iron, no good. 18 seconds left to go. Shot clock is turned off. Elta with a really high dribble, but doesn't carry it. She pulls it back. Gosling gets it over to Dana. There's 7 seconds. Back to Gosling. Gets it in the corner to Carter. Carter takes a dribble in, shoots it up, and it's going to be an air ball, and that will do it for the first half. Not an offensive masterpiece, but the Cats are still in this one. 13-7 Grinnell. When we come back, we'll look at all the first half stats, look at some adjustments and scores around the region. You're watching Bobcat Girls Basketball here on KFJB.
When you're craving something quick, tasty, and satisfying, think your Marshalltown Dairy Queens. From hot made-to-order favorites like burgers, chicken strips, and fries to the Dairy Queen classics you love, blizzards, cones, sundaes, and shakes. Be sure to check out the monthly featured treats and limited-time favorites, always giving you something new to try. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a sweet treat, just because. Your Marshalltown Dairy Queens has you covered. 2 convenient locations, South Center Street and North 3rd Avenue in Marshalltown, where happy tastes good every day.
Looking for top-notch eye care close to home? Eye Care Associates, with offices in Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo, has proudly served Central Iowa since 1990. Their expert team provides eye exams for all ages, designer frames, contact lens fittings, and treatment for glaucoma, cataracts, and other eye conditions. With advanced technology, a welcoming staff, and convenient online booking, your next visit is easier than ever. Visit visionsource-marshalltowneyecare.com today. Eye Care Associates, your vision is their priority.
You've got goals. You need a plan. Don't waste time or money. At Marshalltown Community College, you get the power to choose. Transfer to a 4-year university or step straight into a career in healthcare or trades. Small classes, caring faculty, real-world experience. Marshalltown Community College. Your future starts now.
Looking for a financial partner that puts you first? At Lennox Employees Credit Union, we're more than just a place to bank. We're part of your team. From low-interest loans and great savings rates to personalized service you can trust, we're here to help you reach your goals. Join the credit union that understands what matters most, because we're built by employees for employees. Stop by Lennox Employees Credit Union today at 1004 East Main in Marshalltown, or visit LennoxECU.com to get started. Lennox Employees Credit Union, where your success is our mission. Member NCUA.
The Halftime Report, powered by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Welcome back into Grinnell as the Bobcats find themselves in a hole, 13-7. It has been a tough first half for the Bobcats. Started off really loose with the basketball with 8 first-quarter turnovers. They were able to get that back in control. Only 11 turnovers for that first half. They were able to turn over the Tigers quite a bit in that first half. What happened is they just really struggled from the line. Bobcats just went 3 of 14 from the line, and all 7 points coming from Frankie Long. That's really it in a nutshell, because if you look on the other side is that the Tigers were able to take care of it from the line as they scored 13 points. Again, not an offensive juggernaut, but you thought in that second quarter the Cats did a lot of things that you can build upon. Now it's just about executing in that offensive half court. But when we come back, we'll dive into the stats a little bit more, and we will look at the scores from around the region here on the Halftime Report on KFJB.
I didn't really have much growing up, but I did have a mom, and she gave me a strong foundation. She signed me up for Scouts. I quickly fell in love with the outdoors. Showed me how to take responsibility, how to work with other people, and how to become a leader. That made me a better athlete on the field. Scouting made me the man I am today.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. Quality furniture for every room in your home. Sandvik Enterprises of Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you. Scooters of Marshalltown. Amazing people, amazing drinks. Members First Community Credit Union. Financially empowering Central Iowa. And Sports Plus. SportsPlusTherapy.com.
Welcome back into Grinnell. And, of course, as all of our halftimes coverage is brought to you by Scouting America, Mid-Iowa Council. Adventure on, online at scoutingiowa.org. Now a big shout-out to Jeff Brooks as we take a look around the region with a regional scoreboard update brought to you by Central State Bank. Shout out to Brooksy back at the KFJB-TV studios for sending us out scores. These are all girls' scores from earlier in the contest. Is Indianola beats Southeast Polk 56-46. Colonesco wins a squeaker over Ogden 31-30. Baxter takes care of BCLUW 56-16. At the end of the third quarter, the Hawks of Ankeny really struggling with Dallas Center Grimes. They're down 51-39. And now looking at the boys' scores, hey, you can watch over on KFJB-TV as we're doing a regional spotlight game in State Center. After one, Sadell 21, West Marshall 12. Also at the end of one, Gilbert 14, Nevada 13. And at halftime, Nevada 31. Gilbert 22, and we have one final boys score. The Pella Dutch 88, Des Moines North 47. When we come back, we will look at stats and adjustments for the second half as the Cats try to battle back in this one, as the Cats need to crawl out of this to be able to get that elusive 10th win on the season. You're watching the Halftime Report here on KFJB.
Eat at Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and support the Bobcats when you order the Bobcat Burger. 2 juicy quarter-pound beef patties stacked with crispy bacon, sautéed onions, and a mouth-watering blend of American, cheddar, Jack, and Swiss cheeses, all on a toasted bun with fresh shredded lettuce. And here's the best part. $1 from every Bobcat Burger sold goes to Marshalltown High School activities. Satisfy your burger craving and support the Bobcats at the same time. Only at Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
The Halftime Report, powered by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Welcome back into the Halftime Report. It's now time to look at the stats from the first half. Offensive stats for your Cats. All the points were from number 44. The woman in the middle, number 44, the junior Frankie Long. She had 7 points in the contest, 5 of those in the second quarter. She was 3 of 8 from the line. Georgia Jansen, Millie Heitman, Kinsley Bowie, and Amara Johnson, the 4 other starters. No one else scored for the Cats early. Millie Heitman did bring in 3 blocks for the Cats. Cats outside of Frankie Long were 0 of 6 from the line. Then you look at the Grinnell Tigers. Their 13 points kind of spread around. Their senior point guard, Hope Dana, had 2 points on 2 of 4 from the line. Isabel Kenkel had no score. We talked a lot about her in the pregame. She did not score. Ava Cini had 4 points. Aiden Gosselink, who really made this thing go, she had 3 points. Lainey Eltel had 2 points. Then you had Kellogg. Ava Kellogg had 2 points, and that is 13 points for Grinnell. When you're trying to think of some adjustments as we look into this ball game, you already saw a little bit for the Cats. As both teams are running with a 2-3 zone right now, it took the Cats a little bit of time to see how they wanted to attack it. They've looked inside a little bit as Frankie's done a nice job of being able to bury the person when they're able to swing it back, to take it to the left side, swing it back to the right, get it back to the high post. Frankie Long's been able to get position. What the Cats really need to do, they've seen a few opportunities for wide open corner threes. They've just got to knock those things down. If you can do that in the half court, if you can limit the turnovers as you did in that second quarter where the Cats only turned it over 3 times, you can get yourself right back into this ball game. Because on the other side, the Cats have done a really nice job for the most part in that half-court set. The zone has given the Tigers a little bit of trouble, and a lot of that has been, yes, you get that really aggressive on-ball guarding. Kendall Brummel has really been a nice surprise here in the second half of the season, being able to defend on ball. But Amara Johnson is a complete pest on the ball. When you couple that with a ton of length on the wings with Georgia Jansen, Millie Heitman, they've really been able to really disallow the Tigers from getting anything rolling. Where the Tigers have been able to get a little bit going is they've made more free throws. If the Cats can keep the Tigers off the line, keep them in front of them, if the Cats hit a couple shots, great opportunity for them to claw back into it. But this will not be a W if the Cats can't see the bottom side of the net, because right now the lid has been closed on the rim. When we come back, we will angle in to the second half as the Cats try to erase this 6-point deficit here in Grinnell.
Scooter's Coffee is going bananas, literally. Treat yourself to banana bread hot or iced lattes, creamy latte blenders, and fresh banana bread muffins. Need something refreshing? Sip a berry spritz soda, light, bubbly, and perfect any time of day. Craving cozy? Try salted caramel waffle lattes, hot or iced, or a smooth sea salt caramelicious as a latte, cold brew, or blender. And don't forget the French toasty sandwich, warm, sweet, and satisfying. Plus, Cinnalicious drinks are here for a limited time. Scooter's Coffee, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
I'm Jacob Hayes. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Welcome back into the broadcast as we get ready to coming up as we're coming up on this second half. We just got a couple minutes. We usually have a Cat connection over halftime of these one-off games. Tonight we don't have that Cat connection, but I've got one better for you. I've got the Zach connection. On-site producer Zach Tomash here's with us. He said, you know what, I'm willing to put on the headset.
Yeah, and you know, everything that you said has been on point here tonight, Dylan. It comes down to just making the free throws. I think even if the Cats made, 50% of the ones that they missed, they'd either be tied or ahead of the head of the lead right now. So it comes down to making those, and they've had the opportunities. The shots just aren't falling. They aren't shooting at what their percentage is. So hopefully things balance out here in the second half, and you know, they're getting the open looks. The shots just got to fall.
Yeah, you look at that. The Cats shoot 52% from the line on the year. And here in the first half, 3 of 14. 3 of 14 just is not going to get it done. And so when you're looking at the game, you're watching the same game I am. What does it look like to you on this with just the Cats in the half court? What do you think they need to do to get their rhythm back?
Well, I think the Cats in the half court look good. It's the turnovers and then getting excited, seeing that open court in front of them. I feel like they need to just slow down.
Yeah.
Because when they slow down and they've gotten into a flow of offense and gotten the ball moving a little bit, that's when they found the open shots. That's when they've been able to break that zone defense, get the ball into Frankie. Then she's one-on-one. She can make the move and make the shot when she's one-on-one, but when the zone collapses on her, that's when they've had some trouble.
Yeah, and you look at, Millie Heitman's had a couple shot block. Grinnell has a little bit of length inside. You look at Gosselink, you look at Kankel, both of them between 5'10", 6 foot tall right in there, but they're not as big as Frankie. So they tend to bother off the ball. When you look on the flip side defensively for the Cats, what have you really seen from them?
I'm going to highlight Millie Heitman here because she has given so much effort on the defensive end here tonight. She's had a couple of block shots already. She had one where she came from all the way across the lane. And even though she hasn't, had the greatest game on offense, she's still showing up on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've always said, that she's one of the best defenders in all of 5A. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll have hoops on the horizon for you here on KFJB.
From preschool to graduation day, Marshalltown Community School District prepares students for success in a global world. Embrace the lead with curriculum that prepares students for tomorrow's challenges, giving your child unmatched college and career advantages. Embrace the lead by developing talents beyond the classroom through extracurricular opportunities and by focusing on student well-being and whole child development. Create a global learning community right here in Marshalltown. Learn more at marshalltown.k12.ia.us.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by State Farm, Tyler Pichong Agency, mtownproud.com, Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. Van Wyck Wood Builders, storage sheds, garages, and more. And Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, helping you pursue your financial goals.
Welcome back in as the Cats look to crawl out of a hole to get win number 10. Grinnell Tigers looking for their 5th win on the year. They're up 13-7. Both teams average in the mid-30s. Grinnell's average giving up almost 50 points a game, while the Cats give up about 35. This one really comes down to, like we've said quite a bit, that first quarter they were sloppy all over the place. Second quarter, Cats had some good looks at the rim, just could not finish. But the Tigers will start out. Cats in a 2-3 zone. Dana gets a wide open 3. Cash. It is 16-7, wide open 3 for Hope Dana in the corner. Amara Johnson, quick drive to the bucket, and it's going to be off. She just went in there and threw it up off the bottom of the backboard. No chance on that one. And here comes Ellisini, gets it over the corner to Keltel. Keltel flips it to Dana, another 3. Oh, rims in and out. Rebound Eltel, but Cats able to knock it away, and now here comes Kinsley Bowie, who will slow it down as she crosses the timeline. She dribbles a high post, gets it into Frankie Long at the free throw line, back to Bowie. Bowie now over to the corner to Heitman, looking inside, gets it to Jansen at the free throw line, right back to Heitman, top of the key. Now Heitman dives in, gets the ball about 8 feet out. Now step through up off the glass, no good. Rebound Long, and she rips through, and it's going to be a foul on Kankel, and that's just all strength. Kankel was like, I did not pay to get on that ride, and you're going to charge me with a foul? And yes, that is what they're going to do. Yeah, Sini's trying to talk on the side, talking with the ref, see if they can get a call for Grinnell, but no dice. Inbounds to Heitman. She's guarded by Gosselink. Now hands off to Bowie. Bowie guarded by Dana, trying to bark out orders. What do they want to do? She's dribbled. She's now about 30 feet out. Gets it to Amara Johnson free throw line dribble drive knocked away by Gosling. Now Gosling sprints up the right side. Georgia Jansen gets in front of her, and she gets called for a foul, and she thought she got all ball. She disagreed, but again, Gosling's at the free throw line. First one is up. Hits every part of the rim and falls out. 6:34 left to go in this one. Gosling 1 of 3 so far on the night from the line. Second one, front iron, no good. Cats dodge one there, down 9. They need a good offensive possession here. Amara Johnson standing with the basketball, now ready to get the game started. Starts on the right side. Hesitation dribble, goes into Cini. Drop step, back up off the glass. No good. Rebound. Frankie Long kicks out to Heitman. Heitman right back to Long, who gets it up off the glass and gets it in. She's got 9 on the night. She had Kankel buried, and that's a big bucket. One of those second chance buckets we talked about. Elto gets it to free throw line to Kankel. Kankel picks up her dribble out to Elto. 3 ball on the way. She does not get anything, and it's going to go out of bounds back to the Cats. You could just tell with the Cats that second chance opportunity, the advantage is clear in the post. As Amara Johnson, as Grinnell's pulled back that full court press, now Amara Johnson. Free throw line, now pitches it back to Millie Heitman over to Jansen, who hands it off to Kinsley Bowie. Bowie picks up her dribble. Now cross court to Amara Johnson, gets to the free throw line, drop step, picks up her dribble, out to Jansen. Jansen drops it into Bowie. Bowie up off the glass, front iron, no good. And they're going to call a foul on Frankie Long. It's going to be on Frankie Long as Grinnell crashes to the floor. It'll be Grinnell basketball. This is not the night that Coach Murphy wanted, but he's on the sideline barking encouragement. Get these ladies to lock in here for the last 13 minutes. Hope Dana gets it on the right side. She picks up her dribble, swings it to the left over to Cini. Cini now guarded by Amara Johnson. She's just all up in her grill, and she throws it away. That all comes from ball pressure from number 3, the 5'3" junior guard, Amara Johnson. And here comes Amara looking over at the sideline as Coach Murphy barks out the orders. Looks at the wing. Now she holds up. Skip pass to Bowie. Bowie now dribbles back to the top of the key. She's about 30 feet out, just stretching, looking for a high pick from Long. She says no thank you. Gets it over to Jansen, who hands it off to Heitman. Heitman looking inside to Long. Now she gets the pick. Up off the glass, no good, but Frankie Long. That's it. It's that second chance opportunity. Heitman had a double team. She just threw it up off the glass. Long took it off the glass and put it in for 2. It's 16-11. 4 minutes to go. Elto, another 3 that is too long. And Heitman now brings it across the timeline for the Cats. Cats have calmed down. Now gets a high pick from Long. Heitman picks up her dribble over to Bowie, top of the key. She looks inside, and she kicks it back to Amara Johnson near half court. Johnson guarded by Cini. Now over to Jansen. She lines up a 3 front iron. No good. Rebound Gosling. And the Tigers leaked out 2 different players. And Jansen gets the block. Oh, my goodness. It took forever to get there as Dana had just cherry-picked. But Jansen was able to sprint back and block the shot. Jansen gets it extended, now gets a free throw line. Frankie Long, who reverse spins, gets it over to Amara Johnson, who looks inside to Heitman, and it's a foul. Definitely, Kankel definitely had contact. Kankel with another foul, and that will bring Ava Cini off the bench for Kankel. Kankel's more of the physical size inside. Now there is just no real physicality that can match Frankie Long inside. Gets it over the corner. Jansen now right back to Brummel on the block. Out to Jansen again. They swing it to Johnson. Gets it to the corner to Millie Heitman, who swings the basketball. Gets it to Georgia Jansen, who drops it off to Heitman, who was bumped. No call. And the rebound goes to Gosling. Gets to the corner. Dana lines up a 3-ball. Good. That's where the zone can break down. When you get that zone moving and you have 2 people on one side, you just bury a shooter in the corner. It can be hard for the defense to recover, and Dana has 2 big threes here in the third quarter. Ball knocked away. Tigers had it for a second, but the Bobcats retrieve it. Millie Heitman, offensive rebound, gets it out to Brummel for 3. Bucket! Like we said, it's all been second chance points here in the third. Timeout Bobcats. Bobcats down 5. 2:29 left to go here in the third.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com. We do more than just t-shirts and hoodies. Check with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print for awards, lasered items, embroidery, and of course, imprinted apparel. 307 Riverside right here in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Tigers basketball as they enjoy a 5-point lead, 19-14. Cats had 7 points in the first half. They have 7 points in the first 5.5 minutes of this. Duck inside to Cini, and Frankie gets the foul as she came down. She came across the face of Ava Cini, so she's going to have to be able to find the basket in the middle if she's seeing anything with double vision right there. Cini so far in this is 2 for 2 at the line, now 3 for 3. Second free throw is up. Front iron, but is able to get the kind roll over top as she makes both free throws. The lead swells back to 7. Brummel on the right side kicks it over to Amara Johnson. Gets it in the free throw line to Jansen. Swings it to Bowie for 3. Oh, rims in. So close. They're going to call that. They're going to call that on Frankie Long, and I'm not quite sure. She went straight up. She went straight up. And that felt like she got a foul because she's taller. Frankie's usually good for one of those a night. Can the Cats find offense without her on the court? Cats look to be in a 1-3-1 trapping zone, and a great job. Kinsley Bowie and Kendall Brummel able to trap Dana in the corner. She bounces it off of Bowie's leg, and they will inbound it in front of the Grinnell bench. Again, everything's going to be a trap off that 1-3-1 with Amara Johnson on the corner. They get into the corner. That is the killer of the 1-3-1. If you think it's hard to get to the corner on a 2-3, it's much harder on a 1-3-1, and that's the shot that will be open. They're going to call that a 2-pointer. So 23-14, and the foul's going to come on number 2. Hope Dana, the senior guard. Yeah, game's 23-14. Again, that last shot, I thought it was a 3, but her toe was just on the line. For the Bobcats, it's Brummel, Halstead, Amara Johnson, Millie Heitman, and Kinsley Bowie. This zone is really giving them some troubles. Gets it into the free throw line to Heitman. Heitman swings it to Bowie. Now she dribbles to the top of the key, gets it over to Amara Johnson. Free throw line extended, now into Heitman about 8 feet out. Gets over to Amara Johnson, who gets hacked in the face, no call, but it was able to go off to Millie Heitman, who gets her first bucket up off the glass. And Brummel was sprinting out, and she fouls Dana. And that will be the 5th foul, so it's all free throws for the rest of the quarter. Just 58 seconds left to go in this one. But Hope Dana was 2 of 4 in the first half from the free throw line. She now has 10 points on the night, 8 of those coming in the third. Back iron, no good. She struggled from the line, and if you want to extend this game, there's a couple things here. Cats, a little bit of foul trouble. Kinsley Bowie has 3. Frankie Long, I believe, has 4. And that's the foul trouble for the Cats. You can extend the game late with the fouls, as they have not shot it particularly well in the year. They've shot it all pretty well tonight. Makes the second one. We're going to take a timeout. Cats down 8, 24-16. 58 seconds left to go in the third.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Kyle Smith and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
58 seconds left to go here in the third at Grinnell High School. Marshalltown Bobcats 9-5, looking to get their 10th win on the season, but it's not going to be easy. Down 8 here in the third quarter, 24-16. Tigers are up. Cats were held to 7 points in the first quarter. Had 9 here in the third. Led by Frankie Long, has 9 on the night. Halstead has it, gets it over to Bowie. Bowie about 25 feet away from the hoop. Brummel gets it inside. Now corner to Kira Halstead for a 3. Front iron, no good. Rebounded by Elto, who kicks it up to Dana. Dana dribble drive into Bowie, and it's going to be a charge. It's 2 shots for Dana. Dana does a great job to take it right to the chest of the defender. And the ref awarded the tenacity with 2 free throws. Kinsley Bowie very frustrated picking up her 4th. Thought she got there in time. And the first free throw is up and no good. Mara Johnson into the ball game for Kinsley Bowie. This is where you really need Millie Heitman to start to look for her shot. Second one is up and good. In her 4 trips tonight, she's made 1, missed 1. She's got 12 points to lead the Grinnell Tigers in all scorers here tonight. Cats down 9, 15 seconds left to go in the third. Halstead gets it over to Brummel, corner to Jansen, who drops it into Heitman. Top of the key to Halstead, over to Jansen. Now 5 seconds to go. Heitman crosses over to Mara Johnson. Last second 3, short, no good. And the shot is up, no good. Brummel was looking for a foul, but no call. And that will do it for the third quarter. Cats down 9 going into the fourth. Need a big comeback here in Grinnell.
You've got goals. You need a plan. Don't waste time or money. At Marshalltown Community College, you get the power to choose. Transfer to a 4-year university or step straight into a career in healthcare or trades. Small classes, caring faculty, real-world experience. Marshalltown Community College. Your future starts now.
I'm Jamison Niehaus. This is your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Welcome back in here at the beginning of the fourth quarter as the Bobcats find themselves down 25-16. Let's see if the Cats, as Coach Brian Murphy's on the court trying to talk to the refs, has not been real thrilled with how some of this has been called against his team, but nonetheless, Cats find themselves down 25-16. They've had 14 opportunities, Cats have, from the free throw line, only able to make 3 of those. And that's really the big key of the ball game. Cats basketball going right to left. Halstead gets it over to Jansen for a 3-ball back iron, no good. And the rebound's going to go to Cini, who fires up to Dana, who's been cherry picking all night, and she will find her 14th point of the ball game. Cats now down by the most they've been down all night. They are down 11. Brummel hands off to Heitman. Heitman drops it into Jansen. Jansen gets it blocked by Gosling. You wonder if they start to look, are you going to try to extend into a press or anything? And you get to the corner, Hope Dana for another 3, short off that one, no good. That would have been her 3rd 3 of the half from the same spot, but it was a little bit short. Heitman gets the ball, picks up her dribble, now gets it to Jansen. That 3-pointer from the extended elbow has been open. The Cats just haven't been able to execute. Amara Johnson gets inside. 5'3" on the roster. She looks 6'3" there. She got a bucket in the paint. Her first bucket of the night. Cats down 9. And then Tigers just come over and she lose the basketball as Elasini just lost the basketball out of bounds. Cats look to chip into this. It's Amara Johnson, Kira Halstead, Georgia Jansen, Kendall Brummel, and Millie Heitman for the Cats. Brummel looks at a 3. She's going to shoot it, knocks it in, her 2nd of the night. It looks like a line drive, but it reads like a home run. Great shot by Brummel, back to a 3-point ball game. A 3-ball by Gosling off to the right, no good, but Tigers, Eltel's able to track it down, and then she travels. Cats have been in this range before. They have not been able to get it any closer than 6. Actually, closer than 5. See if the Cats can continue to chip away. They were down 11 just about 90 seconds ago with 6:10 left to go in this ball game. Cats down 6. Jansen gets to the free throw line to Heitman. Heitman, hesitation. Up off the glass, no good. The ball's on the ground, rolling around, and it looks like Heitman gets it, and the Cats retain possession, and we're going to get a timeout by the Bobcats. We'll take it with them. Here with 6 minutes left to go, Tigers up 6.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Welcome back into Marshalltown. Cats have found a little bit of life, hoping to not have to use all 9 lines, see if they can scratch back into this. Tigers up 6. They've been up as much as 11 here in the 4th quarter, but just under 6 minutes ago, Tigers up 27-21. Bobcats have some foul trouble. Kinsley Bowie and Frankie Long will remain on the bench, but a nice bright spot in the second half for the Cats have been 2 3-pointers by Kendall Brummel. And it's going to be Brummel, Johnson, Jansen, Halstead, and Millie Heitman as the Bobcats inbound it. Gets it back into Heitman, but it's going to be knocked away. Gosling able to get the turnover. Gets it up to Cini, who crosses the timeline over to Dana. Dana's been a dagger all second half. 2 threes, 10 points in the second half. Jansen able to get in the passing lane. She knocks it away. Cats have numbers. Jansen goes up off the glass, short, no good. And it's going to be a foul on Dana as Millie Heitman rebounds. We talk about the Cats getting 10-plus points off the second chance points. They've had 7 here in the second half. They've been much better on the glass, and now we will see Frankie Long return for Kira Halstead. Frankie Long leads the Bobcats in scoring with 11. Brummel looks at a 3. No, she drops into Heitman, who drops it in to Frankie Long, left-handed hook shot over Kenkel, and this is a 4-point ball game. Frankie Long came in and started off where she finished. Cats almost turned them over again, but here comes Dana. Dana gets to the free throw line and blocked away by Frankie Long. She brought in weak sauce, and Frankie Long brought the strength. Here come the Cats to chip it in, see if they can get into one possession. Heitman's got the basketball. Now gets it over to Brummel. Free throw line extended. Now into Heitman in the post. She tries to drop it down to Jansen and knocked away and will stay with the Cats. Bobcats have really found something getting to the free throw line and then hitting a cutter. Oh, man, Georgia Jansen just threw it right to Gosling. She was trying to get to the corner, but it only got about 40% of the way there. Three-pointer from the corner, way too strong. Georgia Jansen tracks down the rebound. 4:40 left to go in this ball game. Heitman near side, left-handed dribble. Again, Tigers remain in that 2-3 zone. Cats have had opportunities in it, just have not been able to hit as many shots. Kendall Brummel looked at a three, now bounces it into the post. Heitman gets it, drops it down to Long, up off the glass, no good. But Frankie Long has to be paying some property taxes at the free throw line. She has lived there most of the night. She's 3 of 8 so far in the night. And oh my goodness, she hit the back rim, she hit the front rim, side rim, but most importantly, Bobcat fans, she made it. 27-24. See if she can make both of them here. Oh, it spins out. As Kendall Brummel comes out for Kinsley Bowie, 27-24, 4:15 left to go. And then Dana just throws it away. Really, this game, we've talked a lot about the Bobcats' turnovers they've really struggled with, but tonight, Grinnell has matched, if not, and they've exceeded the Cats' turnovers. Looks inside. Millie Heitman goes right back to Kinsley Bowie. Now they kick it all the way, start the offense again from the top of the key. Jansen gives a corner to Amara Johnson. Hassini just kind of poking out there at her, and now Amara Johnson dribbles to the top of the key, gives it to Jansen, who throws it into Heitman. Now back to Heitman inside. Wide open three. No. Amara Johnson head fake, drives in, and they're going to call Frankie Long. And that is Frankie Long's final one. That's her final foul, and that's tough. Frankie went straight up. They said they went over the back, and they've just made it clear that if they've boxed you out, you cannot go over top, no matter if you're straight up, if you haven't made contact or not. That's bad news for the Cats. And they are going to call a timeout, but we are going to keep it here. Cats down 3:35 left to go. But as we keep it here, let's do a regional scoreboard update brought to you by Central State Bank. Again, we could not do this without the incomparable, the one man back in the KFJB-TV studios, the one Mr. Jeff Brooks. These are boys' scores so far at the end of 3. Sadell 47, West Marshall 20. At the end of third, also Gilbert up on Nevada in a real tight matchup, 45-41. Baxter in a less tight matchup against BCLUW. They're up 54-25. And we do have a final in boys basketball. Pella Dutch 88, Des Moines North 47. But most importantly, your Bobcats find themselves down 3, 27-24 to the Grinnell Tigers. Early in this fourth quarter, Cats were down 11. And Frankie Long came back off the bench, was able to get a quick 3 points. As she will end the night with 14, sadly, as she just fouled out on a questionable over-the-back call. This is going to come down, I think, to number 20. Millie Heitman's going to have to make some plays. Doesn't mean she has to score it, but I think she's going to have to facilitate here for these Cats. Again, knocked out of bounds. Bobcats on the ball defense has been really good. Amara Johnson crossed up by Gosling, gets in the corner to Dana, who gets it ripped away by Kendall Brummel. Heitman brings it across the timeline. Gets it over to Brummel. Does she get her third three of the half? No, but a rebound by Heitman up off the glass, front iron, no good. And the Tigers clear. Man, the Bobcats had some opportunities. It's going to be close. Are they going to get across the timeline? 27, 26. It's a 10-second. Oh, they're going to give them a timeout. They're going to give them a timeout on that. They're going to give them a timeout instead of the 10-second clock. Man alive, Brian Murphy is not excited, but the men in black and white are saying there was 26 on the shot clock. They awarded the timeout, but the shot clock kept going. So that's what caused the fire. We were looking at it up here. We were counting down because you could tell the Bobcats had forced them to reverse dribble a couple different times. Very, very close. But Trent Edson was aware of it as well and called the timeout from the sideline as the Tigers retain the possession. This is all about the defense for the Cats right now. Grinnell has really struggled to hold on to the basketball. They've turned it over in big situations, allowing the Cats to almost fully come back from this 11-point deficit. A little scoop pass inside to Kenkel, knocked away, but she retains it. Gets it back to Sini. Oh, Amara Johnson right up, and she just drops it. Oh, my goodness. Ella Sini just dropped it, and Kendall Brummel could not hang on to it. It goes out of bounds, and the Grinnell Tigers keep the basketball. Inbounds to Sini. Sini dribbles ball. There's only 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. They don't see it. 3. They get it in. Gosling sees it finally and gets a free throw. No good, but Kenkel is able to get the offensive rebound. Millie Heitman ends up fouling her. The bucket's no good, but there will be a chance at the line. Kenkel will get a chance at 2 free throws as she was fouled in the act of shooting. So far on the year, Kenkel is just 2 of 6 from the free throw line, make that 2 of 7. This is where you absolutely, Frankie Long, if it's on the glass, you know she's going to get it. But a reminder, she is fouled out of this ball game. Kenkel looking to make this a 2-possession game, and that is very strong. Heitman gets the rebound, and she'll bring the basketball up. Heitman near side, left-handed dribble. She's guarded by Avicini. In this 2-3 zone matchup, Brummel gets it to the cutting Heitman, who tries to drop it off. I don't know to who, but it's picked off. Dana has got a 2-on-1. She goes floater, misses everything. Gosling gets the rebound and puts it in. Bobcats down 5. 2 minutes left to go in this one. A little hesitation. Amara Johnson gets it open to Millie Heitman, who dribbles it out. You thought she had a chance to pull the trigger on the 3, but she doesn't take it. Mara Johnson now swings it to Bowie, who gets it inside to Jansen, knocked away, and it's got to be out of bounds to the Cats. Oh, my goodness. Great defense from Kenkel, able to knock it away. But as Gosling went for the basketball, she fell out of bounds. 1:48 left to go in this matchup, 29-24. Amara Johnson looks at the 3. Now she dribbles left-handed. Swings to Heitman, who gets in the corner to Bowie. Gets it inside to Heitman in the lane. A little floater, front iron, no good. Rebounded Gosling, and Hope Dana is way up, but they don't throw it that way. And they're going to say she stepped out of bounds. Gosling stepped out of bounds, and it will be Bobcat basketball. Just feels like the Cats have to be a little bit more aggressive. They've got to be willing to stop just looking at threes, and Millie Heitman's got to pull the trigger on a couple of them. They've had some good looks, and they're not ready to shoot the basketball. As it looks like Grinnell's starting to extend that zone a little bit outside the three-point line. Heitman gets it on the block, drops it over to Jansen. Jansen up off the glass, no good. Doesn't draw iron, and Kenkel traveled, but they didn't call it. Gets it over the timeline. Gosling now has it. They're wanting to just dribble some clock. This is where you got to look. Hey, do you foul? Cats only have 2 fouls right now, so if they want to extend this game, they now get it in Keiko in the post. And, they try to get it out to Gosling, and they call a 3-second violation before the turnover, so it's a turnover nonetheless. 50 seconds left to go. 5 seconds or 5-point differential. Cats have got to score and score quickly. And they are not going quickly. 40 seconds to go. Kinsley Bowie, wide open 3, back iron, no good. Georgia Jantz tries to get it, but Kenkel's able to box it out. This is where you're looking to extend the ball. She walked. Dana walked, and they didn't call it. They end up calling a foul, but Dana looked like she walked, and no call, but Tigers will get this from the line. We'll talk to Coach Brian Murphy, but this cannot be the execution that you were hoping for coming off a 6-day bye, or a six-day rest. They're going to call a foul on Amara Johnson. Only takes 1 second off the shot clock. That'll be the 4th team foul on the Cats. Next one will result in free throws. And Amara Johnson goes for the steal but doesn't get it. And now it looks like it's going to stay with the Tigers. 17 seconds left to go. Cats have got a foul. And then Keiko will be fouled by Millie Heitman. And that is Millie Heitman's 5th foul. This makes it a very difficult decision here. As Keiko makes one, this one might be all she wrote, ladies and gents. This is a tough loss for your Bobcats. Rebound by Jansen as they miss the second. 13 seconds, you've got to just basically shoot it. As Heitman lines up a 3-ball, good! And there's a timeout, and they let the clock run another about, are they calling it a 2 or a 3? They called it a 2. Her toe was on the line. That's a heartbreaking thing for the Cats. And we don't have video evidence to tell you any otherwise. It's what we like from the TV side. We either can say, see, I told you so, or we can look at the replay and not mention anything. But the Cats are down 4. It's going to take a turnover. It's going to take a couple steals here. Grinnell's going to have to be really loose with the basketball here. (30-26), and it's really interesting how these. Yeah, I just got from our on-site producer, and I don't know if he knows that the 90s Knicks are one of my favorite teams era. He just wrote Reggie Miller down. And if you don't know what he's talking about, it's the 8 points in 7 seconds when he pushed off on Greg Anthony. But you know what? I'd take it. I'd take it here tonight if the Cats wanted to do their best impression. Now they get it inside, and it's going to be dribble up 4 seconds. They're going to call an intentional foul on Amara Johnson, and that will wrap up this ball game. They say they didn't make a play on the ball. This was a disappointing game tonight, folks. We'll get a chance to talk to Coach Brian Murphy, just see his perspective. It really was just a jilted evening as the first one's up and good. A lot of that was built on just foul trouble early with Frankie Long, really lack of offensive execution for the Cats in general, and then just missing free throws. This game really was won and lost at the free throw line as the Tigers just make 2 more. And it is Tigers basketball. Oh, my goodness. 4 seconds left to go. Cats down 6. And that'll do it for this one. Your Bobcats fall to 9-6. The Grinnell Tigers raise the record to 5-10. 10 win was not meant to be here tonight. When we come back, we'll look in the locker room at 32-26. Bobcats lose a heartbreaker in Grinnell. You're listening.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown. With their extensive inventory, you're sure to make a winning selection when you shop McGregor's for your bedroom, living room, and dining room furnishings. McGregor's has the right play for every room in your home. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is proud to be your locally owned and operated furniture store since 1896 and very proud to support Bobcat Athletics again this season. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
When you're craving something quick, tasty, and satisfying, think your Marshalltown Dairy Queens. From hot made-to-order favorites like burgers, chicken strips, and fries to the Dairy Queen classics you love, blizzards, cones, sundaes, and shakes. Be sure to check out the monthly featured treats and limited-time favorites, always giving you something new to try. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a sweet treat, just because, your Marshalltown Dairy Queens has you covered. 2 convenient locations, South Center Street and North 3rd Avenue in Marshalltown, where happy tastes good every day.
Looking for top-notch eye care close to home? Eye Care Associates, with offices in Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo, has proudly served Central Iowa since 1990. Their expert team provides eye exams for all ages, designer frames, contact lens fittings, and treatment for glaucoma, cataracts, and other eye conditions. With advanced technology, a welcoming staff, and convenient online booking, your next visit is easier than ever. Visit VisionSource-MarshalltownEyeCare.com today. Eye Care Associates, your vision is their priority.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, powered by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome back into Grinnell as the Bobcats fall to the Grinnell Tigers 32-26. This was an offensive struggle for the Cats all night long. They just could not get buckets to fall. Grinnell did a nice job making it a little bit difficult on the Cats, but the Cats just struggled all night long with that 2-3 zone. Did not knock many shots down from the outside and really struggled finishing at the rim, all except for Frankie Long had a good amount, had a good night for the amount she was out there. She ended up fouling out there in the middle part of the fourth quarter, struggled with fouls all night long, which is not completely uncommon, but Frankie had 14 points tonight and just dominated when she was out there. There was really nothing that the Tigers could do with her, but they made like, hey, we understand Frankie's going to be tough on the post. We'll take care of everyone else, and that's what they did. They said, hey, somebody else beat us, and really the Cats had no answers offensively. Kendall Brummel off the bench did have a nice second half, knocked down a pair of threes, the only threes for the Cats. She had 6. Millie Heitman had 4 second half points. She had 4, and then Amara Johnson had 2. Others played but did not score. Those all come up for the 26 points. Leading the way for the Grinnell Tigers was senior guard number 2, Hope Dana, had 14 points. She had 12 of those in the second half, including 10 of those in the third quarter, as the Tigers built an early fourth quarter lead of 11 points. Cats would get that all the way down to 3, but could not get any closer. The Cats really needed this one tonight, but the benefit is it does not affect standings, as, of course, Grinnell Tigers play in the WAMAC while the Cats play in the Iowa Alliance North. When we come back, we will look to see if we can talk to Coach Brian Murphy as he comes back. We'll also look ahead of where you might see KFJB-TV this week, as we've got a big game, big travel night tomorrow. We'll also tell you where all our transportation, what is brought to you as we continue the locker room report here on KFJB.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Brown's Shoe Fit has a great selection of athletic footwear, including Hoka, Brooks, On Cloud, Birkenstock, and Taos. Brown's Shoe Fit can find the right shoe for every occasion for both men and women, including dress shoes, casual shoes, work boots, and more. They carry multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert-friendly staff will take the time to give you the service you deserve. Brown's Shoe Fit, downtown Marshalltown, with you every step of the way.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by Central State Bank, locations in Ames, State Center, and West Des Moines. Eye Care Associates of Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo. Hy-Vee of Marshalltown. It pays to perk with Hy-Vee Perks. And Legends American Grill, Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Welcome back into the locker room report. I'm here with Coach Brian Murphy. Bobcats fall 32-26 here on the road to the Grinnell Tigers. Brian, it felt like out of the chute there was just no offensive rhythm for the Cats. Turned it over quite a bit in that first quarter. When you think about the start, what really hampered the Cats out of the chute here tonight?
I think we definitely did start slow, that's for sure. I think our goal coming in was be physical, get to the rim. We knew they didn't have a lot of people that we felt like could match up with us inside. We missed some bunnies early, I thought, where maybe not bunnies, but we got shots at the rim that didn't fall. Get a couple of those to fall. We go 3 of 14 from the free throw line in the first half. That was big. So certainly, we had some opportunities that we missed. And I'm guessing this is coming. Obviously, fouls played a huge part in that game, where we've got multiple starters on the bench out of necessity. But, it's just one of those games where you got to control what you can control, and we just didn't quite do that tonight. And
when you talk about that physicality, it is one of those. You did get to the free throw line 14 times in the first half. It just the execution at the line was not there. And definitely right on that matchup. Frankie Long had all 7 of the Bobcats' points in the first half. She ended with 14. When she was out there, quite dominant. What, for her, how frustrating it is. It feels like she's officiated a little bit different here or there. She's in and out a lot. How do you help her keep her head up when it's a real jilted kind of playing opportunity for her many nights?
Yeah, I think the hard thing is there are certain nights where it feels like she acquires a target on her back. There were 2 different over-the-back calls that they called that, frankly, were not fouls.
Right.
You can't punish somebody for being tall, and I think sometimes once they start looking for things, it's real easy to find it. And obviously, one of the things we've got to work through is, we can't. Nothing we say will really truly change officiating. So we got to make sure that we react to what's there. And certainly there have been some moments early in the season where Frankie's gotten away with some that didn't get called. Tonight it was the other way, where calling some that weren't there. But I think, like you said, with her on the floor, our offense looked a lot smoother because we've got that little dump in option. Yeah, that's one of those things we got to keep working on.
And it felt a little bit on the offensive side when Frankie was out. There was a little bit of timidity with that zone defense of maybe creating your own shot or shooting that three. What is your message for those other young ladies, capable shooters out there when Frankie's off the court?
Yeah, I think overall it's something we preach, but it's something we haven't had to do as much, where because not only Frankie but often Millie and Georgia inside, so often we can use our inside game against the zone. We're not in the habit of, because often it feels like we're settling from the three-point line. And, we challenged them. To Kendall Brummel's credit, she went out ready to catch and shoot, hit a couple huge ones. And that's kind of that mentality we need from everybody. Certainly tonight is another game where we really felt the absence of Morgan Hildebrand. She recovers from her concussion. That one more person just catching ready to shoot, where we've got capable shooters, but it's not always their instinct. And I think that's the thing we sometimes fight, is that willingness to just let it fly, even if it's not necessarily your first instinct.
Yeah, and do you have any timeline on Morgan? I know concussions are kind of weird.
Yeah, and that's the hardest thing, is when you've got a concussion. You're going off symptoms, and we definitely want to make sure that we are allowing her to heal. That's the most important part. So we're just kind of taking it one day at a time, and just kind of letting things fall where they do. And it's just kind of part of the season where the games keep rolling. So certainly we're going to keep doing our best rolling without her, but certainly looking forward to having her back.
Yeah, and you mentioned these games keep rolling, and it's back-to-back tomorrow night up in Fort Dodge. Fort Dodge is a very interesting place to play. Last year, a very exciting finish with the Kinsley Bowie a bucket and foul late to beat the Dodgers up there. How do you just flush this one and get the girls ready for tomorrow night?
Like we said in the locker room, sometimes when you have a really frustrating game like this, it's a blessing to have another game coming where, all you can do is go back out, take out your frustration on your next opponent. We did not play our best the first time against Fort Dodge. That was another kind of weird game. So, it's good that we've got that game coming up, but now we got to make sure we're going to be fighting both kind of that mental hurdle of getting right back into it, and certainly the physical, where we had a lot of girls playing heavy minutes tonight. So, kind of embrace the challenge moment, and hopefully we can channel some of that frustration in a positive way.
Thank you very much, Brian, and we'll talk tomorrow night up in Fort Dodge. When we come back, we will look at that opponent up off of Highway 20 here on KFJB.
Good call tonight, man. You too? You think what I'm thinking? Let's go to Legends for a Bobcat Burger.
Hi, guys. What are we hungry for today?
I think we're going to do 2 Bobcat Burgers. Whether it's pre-game or post-game.
Or during the game, it's Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
At Lennox Employees Credit Union, you're more than a member, you're family. Since 1948, we've been helping members and their families save more, borrow smarter, and reach their financial goals. Whether it's a low-rate auto loan, a mortgage that feels manageable, or simply a savings account that grows with you, we're here to make banking simple and stress-free. Discover the credit union difference today. Visit Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main in Marshalltown, where people helping people is more than a motto. It's who we are. Learn more at lennoxecu.com. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
From preschool to graduation day, Marshalltown Community School District prepares students for success in a global world. Embrace the lead with curriculum that prepares students for tomorrow's challenges, giving your child unmatched college and career advantages. Embrace the lead by developing talents beyond the classroom through extracurricular opportunities and by focusing on student well-being and whole child development. Create a global learning community right here in Marshalltown. Learn more at marshalltown.k12.ia.us.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com, Adland Engraving and Screen Print Company, AdlandEngraving.com, Assured Partners, power through partnership, your Marshalltown Dairy Queens, and Brown Shoe Fit, with you every step.
Welcome back into the post-game recap here in Grinnell. Bobcats fall 32-26. Just a reminder, Athlete of the Week, the KFJB-TV Athlete of the Week is presented by Oprah Grill of Marshalltown, Greek and traditional favorites. All you have to say is Oprah, and Adlin Engraving and Screen Print Company of Marshalltown. More than just T-shirts and hoodies, Adlan Engraving 24.com. Actually, our very own Zach Tomish is wearing his KFJB-TV Run DMB shirt made at Adlin Engraving. We also want to thank Carl Auto Group, as our transportation for today's game on KFJB-TV is provided by Carl Auto Group in Marshalltown. Carl is your dealer for life. When we come back, we will look at tomorrow's opponent as we sign off here from Grinnell.
At Opa Grill in Marshalltown, every meal is a reason to celebrate. Opa means celebrate, and that's exactly what you'll do with every bite. From Greek gyros and lasagna to Italian pastas, juicy burgers, hand-breaded tenderloins, and vegetarian options. There's something for everyone. Enjoy homemade soups, fresh salads, and tremendous desserts you won't forget. Opa Grill, where flavors come together and celebrations begin. Open 11 to 8 Monday through Friday and 11 to 3 Saturday. Opa Grill, come celebrate great food.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, powered by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome back in to KFJB-TV here in Grinnell. Bobcats fall 32-26. But again, as we talked with Coach Murphy, not far to go as we look towards our next matchup tomorrow night here on KFJB-TV. We'll be back in video, live and in color, up in Fort Dodge. Broadcast will start at 7 p.m. We'll have some bonus girls coverage, and then we will have the nightcap as the Marshalltown boys look to keep it rolling in the Iowa Alliance North and take on Fort Dodge, who they've already beat. Both the Bobcat boys and girls have beat Fort Dodge in Marshalltown. See if they can complete the season sweep. I want to shout out Jeff Brooks, our producer back at KFJB-TV Studios, and my on-site producer, the one and only Zach Tomish. I'm Dylan Doze. Have a great night here from Grinnell. You saw the Bobcats fall in a heartbreaker, 32-26. Have a great night as we sign off from Grinnell. I'm Dylan Doze on KFJB-TV.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, Adland Engraving and Screen Print Company, Assured Partners, Brown's Shoe Fit, Central State Bank, your Marshalltown Dairy Queens, Eye Care Associates, Hy-Vee Marshalltown, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, Marshalltown School District, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Sandvik Enterprises, Scooters, Marshalltown, Sports Plus, State Farm, Tyler Pashong Agency, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors, Members First Community Credit Union, Van Wyck Wood Builders,